For the speakers and also the audience, I'm going to do a quick run through of the override transactions to date that have been publicly announced. And these are just high level bullet points from the press releases. So the most recent one, October 1st, 2020, Callan sold $140 million override of 2% in the Permian Basin to Cambridge Energy. And so that kind of falls into the kind of a straight override carve out. June 15, 2020, and we'll hear more about this later in the discussion, but 6th Street for $402 million bought an override from Antero in Appalachia. And there was a bit of a difference there. There was 1.25% override on existing production, 3.75% override on existing acreage where wells were completed over the next 3 years. And there's a reversionary component to that as well. October 21st, 2019, Range Resources did a $150 million override of 0.5% in Appalachia across 350,000 net surface acres. They also did another override deal in July 19, 2019. Actually, it was announced simultaneously, but it was two separate $300 million transactions, each at 1% each. Lime Rock and San Jacinto took down one of the transactions, and Heritage Royalty up in Canada took down the other one. That was in Appalachia as well. And then you had October 15, 2018, Range Resources, third time's a charm, did another $300 million 1% override in Washington County. So, and I'll mention this, it's not really an override transaction, but in the theme of using royalties in a creative way to create liquidity and financing, on August 16, 2018, Continental and Franco-Nevada entered into a JV in the Scoop Stack. $220 million was paid up front for the acquisition of some minerals, and then there was a kind of a drill co, if you may, funding structure where Continental goes out and buys minerals, and they're funded by and development's funded by Franco-Nevada, and that is now I guess it was a 3-year deal, is now in its 3rd year. So that's kind of where we're at. Paul, your deal wasn't press release, but you can give a little more color to it. And I think I just want everyone to have an idea of the basin. So we got the Franco-Nevada deal and with Continental Scoop Stack, that was one off. You have 4 transactions in Appalachia, 3 with Range, 1 with Antero, and then 1 in the Permian with Callan Kimmeridge. So all pretty scalable, 140 and 150 million being the smallest. 300 million is really into 400 million on the upper end. So